Hi guys, this is Byrd, your curvy sewist, and I am at Walmart today, a different location, a little further away from where I live. We are going to walk in and check out what they have in the fabric department. We're going to do a deep dive, look at their sewing tools and notions and whatnot. You already know that options are important. You know that Joann Fabrics filed bankruptcy not too long ago. We know that there is a restructuring plan in place. It doesn't mean necessarily that they will be shuttering or closing their doors, but it is always good to have local options for fabric. Joann's is still my go-to place, but let's go in and take a look and see what there is in Walmart. First of all, Walmart is just an overwhelming experience. When I come into a fabric store, I really just want to be able to get to the fabric. This place is a huge warehouse. So, you know, there's the temptation of buying other things, but then you have to meander your way and find the fabric section. So let's find the fabric section. I have finally made it to the fabric and notion section, and I feel like I had to walk literally 2 miles to get here because the store is so large. So this is the first section. It looks like there are maybe 2 or 3 different aisles here in this particular Walmart. So we have buttons. You can see there are a lot of empty hooks here, but there is an assortment of buttons. Nothing special, but you have some basic buttons if that's what you need. You have rotary cutters. You have scissors, an assortment of scissors. Fiskars is here. You have Westcott, so you have some decent scissors to choose from. Fiskars is always, I think, a pretty well-balanced brand name to go with. And then as we move down, there are bobbins. We're starting to get into sewing machine needles, safety pins, pins for clipping, clips and things like that. So there's an assortment of different things you can here. There's some snaps, dye if you're planning to dye your fabric, some adhesive, so some basic things here. So this section actually isn't, I think, too bad. I think there are some good options if you need some sewing tools or notions. Here's the sewing table, and it is, of course, completely abandoned, so I don't even know if there's a button or anything. Again, this is bird's eye view, so please don't come for me. These are my thoughts. I don't see a button or anything if you need to notify someone that you need help. There are trims. I don't usually use these kind of trims, but they're here if that's your jam. There are a couple sewing machines. One of them actually is as cheap as $88, which might be a nice travel sewing machine. Like this Brother, I actually started on a Brother machine similar to that, and that's only $89, so not bad. So there are a handful or more, I should say, of some basic sewing machines here. And then over in the thread department, it's a pretty good selection of different colors, but they're Coats and Clark, and it's not my thread. I prefer to use something a little bit better in my sewing machines. You have some zippers, limited selection of zippers, a lot of the regular zippers and the invisible zippers, but if you're looking for bag zippers or coat zippers, this might not be your spot. You have some bias tapes here, an assortment of pretty much. And then here is the pattern section. It's separated by craft, costumes, children, family, tops, bottom, dresses, and this says all simplicity. So I'm assuming they don't have any other patterns, but so you have simplicity, and these all look like they may be older patterns. I don't know that any of these are newer patterns. So if you're looking for that, you may not necessarily find them here. And there's a $2.97 sign. I'm not sure what that is, but that section is completely empty anyway. But it looks like their patterns are cheaper than the $22 that they normally run. So it's like $10 or whatever. So it varies, I should say. So some of them are on sale, some of them are not, but you can see that they have like these little dividers. So you can get the patterns for less than $20. Okay, so let's see what's over here. So they have some pre-cut fabric, all cotton. You know, so if you need some cotton, I guess you could find it here. The prices are not bad. For 2 yards, you're going to pay about $5.50. And this is what we have so far in the way of fabric. It's mostly fleecy stuff. Honestly, none of that I would be able to use for any of my projects. You also have some, they say it's organza. I don't even like the way it feels, to be honest with you. They have some tulle. So they have some things, depending upon, you know, what you're looking for, but there's more. That feels like plastic, honestly, like a tablecloth. All right, there's more in the way of fabric here. So these are some pre-cut, like fat quarters, I think. Super cheap, $1 to $1.50. More pre-cuts, limited cottons. Waverly is a big brand that they use here. I don't know if Waverly is good or not because I don't really use it except for some of the pre-cuts if I'm doing a bag and I want a particular fabric to line the back. That's pretty. I love blue, so it's going to attract me. So that's what you have here. So a lot of pre-cuts. Down at the very end, it looks like they have an assortment of interfacing, some quilting battings. Over here, polyfill for like pillows, more polyfill, and then you have more fabric here. And this all feels a little bit like, I was going to say cotton, but this feels like upholstery fabric. And what is this? It's kind of hard to even find. Okay, so this is faux leather. And not sure how much that is. I guess it's about $11 per yard. And some more pre-cut fabric. All right, so I'm going to be moving. So if movement bothers you, just avert your eyes a moment as I head over to the very last, what I believe is the last aisle of fabric. And that was it, guys. That's it, because over here is yarn. I don't do anything with yarn. I can't even tell you what the assortment and the variety might be because I don't know anything about yarn at all. And here are some tools that you would use, I guess. So that's it, guys. That's all that there is in this particular Walmart, which is a huge Walmart. It took me like 2 miles to get here to this part of the Walmart, but there is not much in the way of a fabric section. You can get some small things if you need it. So that's all that I got for you guys. Drop in the comments any thoughts, any questions that you might have. So I'm hoping that Joann's does stick around because having an option or having options is important. I also do a lot of fabric shopping online. And I'll drop some links for fabric stores that I like that you can find online that I've tested, and I love the quality of their fabric as well as their customer service. So that's all I have for you guys. Remember, this is my view, so a bird's eye view. So please don't come for me. Y'all have a good day, and that's all I have for now. Happy sewing.